Hey, folks. Quiet guy keeps to himself. Just giving a somewhat of a Terra Invictus update. I love this, but I've heard rumors that there is a dungeon in a hex, and it's been confirmed by a couple folks. What's happened in the journey? Let's see. We started here, went this way, ended up going this way, got there and meant to go back because that was the first time we ran across something that was just to me overpowering, or so the crew thought. Got lost, went there where they really met up with something major, and then just hightailed it north. Basically, the river Howl, yeah, the Howl River. Pretty rough once you start going this way. I think it gets a little better over here, but don't know that for certain. But anyhow, made it up here, started using some of the transportation. So all this here, when we made it to Bolslaw, we took a cart. That's that dash line instead of the dots. This is walking. That's taking a cart. So we didn't really explore that area. And we made it to Port Goria or something like that. But through all that travel, we ran across what Mr. Funster explained. Well, it just came up through multiple rumors and talking to a couple people firsthand that we met through our spending 4 hours a day trying to make some discoveries and meet some NPCs. Anyhow, in this, it says, well, if you find a dungeon symbol, go to the core Shadowdark rulebook to page 130. So let's go do that. I was just going to show you something I got. So you go open this up, and there's 133. And yeah, basically 130 says how many levels. The thing that'll be sort of interesting, you have your traps, you have your minor hazard, solo monster, NPCs, monster mob, major hazard, treasure, boss monster. So I just kind of looked for the symbol throughout that book of Terra Invictus to see if they were just like, there's a dungeon. But pretty much it seems like he'll say, well, there's 1d6 of this type. Now I didn't go through the entire campaign setting, but I did check a few of the symbols, and it seemed like, well, it'll basically say maybe who the boss is or who, is basically populating it. But if I do run across one that doesn't, when I first started doing basically RPGs, probably 3 years ago, I remember watching like Geek Gamer and how she had so much stuff from all these games. And I thought, geez, I don't want to buy all that stuff. And then what happened was I bought all that stuff. And these came in last week. These are the Shadowspark Dungeon Encounter cards, written by Philip Reed, who does some very interesting things. I think he has some cards for Morkborg. I know he has them for just regular OSR games. Oh, there goes the cat. And anyhow, I thought, if I use the Shadowdark rules and it says five rooms, and I will probably do this in my travels where, let's just kind of shuffle these pretty good. Let's just say there's 5 rooms. Now, I do have another deck that has like an opening in that, but let's just see. We're just going to do 5 cards. So the first room, oh my gosh, a solitary bugbear calls out, promising that he means no harm, only wishes to exchange information. The creature is searching for his companions and other TD4 bugbears. He tells the party a treasure chamber guarded by gnolls if they help him find his friend. Well, so I guess this guy might join up. So let's just take that for what it's worth. Oh my god, now we met another person, a towering and terrible troll, trembles, overwhelmed with terror, speaking in with have seized his home. God, everybody has problems today. Troll promises to reward the heroes if they can help him chase off the ogres. Okay, so now we got a lot of needy. take it for what it's worth. Here's what I was looking for. Normally, you ran into a card like this, so I would take a D10. And I'm just going to cover this up because I think I've given away too much already. And then divide by 2, so a 9, so 4.5, let's call it a 4. Trap. A door slams shut and instantly locks somewhere behind the party. DC 15 dex to unlock. I think I have a +2 with my one guy with dex. So we're going to do just a roll. Hey, we would have made it. So we made it through that trap. Thank God. We have 3 things to choose from on this card. So we'll roll. Don't have a 3-sided dice. All right, so 3, that would be 1, 2. That'd be a 2. So yeah. 1 D4 +2 giant crabs. Oh boy. Are soaking in a shallow pool, disinterested in everything beyond their leisurely existence. They only attack if their quiet siesta is disturbed. We're not going to screw with them, but let's just see how many there are. All right, we got 2. So there's 4 of them. That would be pretty handy, or a pretty big throwdown. You know, when you see giant crabs, do you sort of think, they'd be tasty? They'd be tasty, but I don't know. And then finally, the last card, we have 2 choices. So we'll roll our D4. So we get a 2. So it's the first one. A will-o-wisp floats lazily in the air in front of the heroes. It darts back and forth and then flees. If pursued, the PCs must spot the pit trap. DC 12 wisdom. I got a guy that has +2 wisdom, so he would hopefully be on the outlook. Oh, he has a 20. So not only does he spot it, I don't know. Let's see. There goes the cat. PC must spot a pit trap, so they did. Before they fall in, the monster escapes. If even a single member of the party falls in the pit, well, they didn't. But if they would have, it's 1d6 +1 damage and paralyzed for 1d4. So I guess we'd catch up to the will-o-wisp and finally have a battle while we have these needy mugs following us or with the party. So we have a bugbear looking for other bugbears and a towering terrible troll. Maybe we'd just do a wisdom check and see if we could find them. And if so, kind of think this guy, the bugbear, would turn on us once they, I don't know, is there honor among bugbears? I think there's 52 cards in this. I don't have the receipt in front of me on Drive-Thru RPG. Got the tuck box. Some information with these cards. There goes the cat. How to use this deck. And yeah, not that there's anything wrong with using the Shadowdark method. I have other tools, but I just thought I'd show you this because I think I will probably try to use the cards, at least in one dungeon, if it's pretty nondescript. So anyhow, did a little bonus one today, folks. Show you how this sort of works. As usual, there'll be more of these to come, and please be kind.